If something in this video made you think, that's exactly it, write it in the comments. Have you ever woken up in the morning, felt completely fine for a split second, and then suddenly it hits you? That heavy, crushing wave crashes over your chest, reminding you that they are gone. You look at your phone, hoping for a message you know will never come. You find yourself rereading old text messages, trying to find the exact moment when everything started to change. You walk into a room and everything reminds you of them. Their favorite mug, the song on the radio, or just the empty space next to you. This happens because your human brain is a pattern recognition machine. For months or perhaps years, it mapped your daily reality around another person. Every routine, every habit, and every future plan was intertwined with them. When that bond is broken, the cognitive map remains, but the destination is gone. Your brain keeps predicting their presence, and every single time reality contradicts that prediction, you experience a micro shock of confusion and grief. You're not just missing a person. Your brain is literally trying to recalculate its entire sense of reality. If you're going through a breakup right now, you know exactly what I mean. People tell you to just stay busy or give it time. But let us be honest. It feels like you are literally suffocating. Your heart physically hurts. And today I want to tell you that you're not crazy, and you're not being dramatic. What you're feeling is completely real, and there's a deep emotional and physical reason why it hurts this much. When you lose someone you love, your brain actually panics. Scientists have looked at the brains of heartbroken people, and what they found explains everything. When you look at a photo of your ex, the exact same parts of your brain light up as if you just burned your hand or broke a bone. Your brain does not know the difference between an emotional wound and a physical injury. To your body, pain is just pain, so when you feel like you cannot breathe or like your chest is physically breaking, it is because your nervous system is treating this loss like a real physical trauma. You're not just sad, your body's actually hurt. This is why sleeping becomes impossible, and your shoulders feel so heavy. Your body is trying to heal a deep wound, using every single bit of energy it has left. From an evolutionary standpoint, this extreme physical reaction makes perfect sense. Thousands of years ago, isolation meant death. To our early ancestors, being separated from the tribe or a primary partner meant being exposed to predators, harsh weather, and starvation. Your nervous system does not understand modern technology, text messages, or civilized breakups. It only understands that a vital connection has been severed. It perceives the sudden emotional distance as an immediate threat to your survival, flooding your bloodstream with biological alarm signals. Your immune system even responds by increasing inflammation, leaving you feeling physically bruised. Have you ever wondered why it is so incredibly hard to stop checking their social media? Why you crave a single text from them, even when you know it is a bad idea? It is because love acts like a drug in our brains. When you were together, your brain was filled with happy chemicals called dopamine and oxytocin. They made you feel safe, loved, and excited. When the relationship ends, that supply is cut off instantly. Your brain goes into a state of sudden withdrawal. You are literally detoxing from that person. The constant urge to check your phone is not a lack of willpower. It is your brain crying out for a chemical fix. It is a completely natural reaction to a sudden loss. You might feel angry at yourself for wanting to reach out, but your brain is simply fighting a powerful craving. You are not weak for missing them. You are just experiencing a chemical crash. Psychologists call this behavior an intermittent reinforcement loop. It is the exact same psychological mechanism that keeps people addicted to gambling or slot machines. Every time you open their profile, you are playing a dangerous mental lottery. Most of the time, you find nothing, or worse, you find something that hurts you, but your brain keeps hoping for that one specific notification, that one sign that they miss you too. Even a tiny, meaningless update acts like a microscopic drop of dopamine, feeding the addiction and, unfortunately, resetting your healing clock back to zero. You aren't just addicted to who they are right now. You're addicted to the memory of who they used to be. On top of that, your body floods itself with stress hormones like cortisol. It goes into survival mode as if you are facing a physical danger. This is why your stomach twists into knots. This is why you cannot eat, why you toss and turn at 3 in the morning, and why you feel so physically exhausted yet wired at the same time. Your body is running a marathon of stress because it feels completely unsafe without that person. There's also profound identity disruption that happens during this chemical storm. When you are deeply connected to someone, your sense of self partially merges with theirs. You stop thinking only as an I and begin operating as a we. When that relationship evaporates, you aren't just grieving the loss of a partner. You're grieving the loss of the person you were when you were with them. Your subconscious mind suddenly feels rootless, forced to face the terrifying question, who am I without them? This silent identity crisis is mentally exhausting, and it requires an immense amount of a psychological restructuring before you can feel solid again. But I want you to take a deep breath and listen to me closely. This pain feels infinite, but it has an expiration date. Your brain has a beautiful ability to heal and change, a process called neuroplasticity. Right now it is rewiring itself. It is learning how to breathe without them. It is learning how to be whole on its own again. Slowly the stress hormones will go down. One day you will wake up, and that crushing weight on your chest will be a little bit lighter. You will hear their favorite song, and it will not sting as much. You will look at the empty space in your room, and instead of sadness, you will feel peace. You will start to notice the beauty around you again. The warmth of the sun, or the sound of laughter. Your life will slowly expand to fill the emptiness they left behind. Healing does not mean that the memories will magically vanish into thin air. Neuroplasticity simply means that your brain is building new pathways around the pain. Think of it like a beautiful tree growing around an old wooden fence. The fence doesn't disappear, but the tree adapts, expands, and continues to reach for the light. Your brain will eventually form new daily habits, new peaceful routines, and new associations. The old memories will remain, but they will lose their sharpness. They will turn from an open, bleeding wound into a quiet, calm scar, a reminder of what you survived. You're going through one of the hardest emotional experiences a human can face. Be gentle with yourself. If you need to cry until you shake, cry. If you can only take life 1 hour at a time, that is completely okay. You are not weak for feeling this deeply. You are just human. Your body and your mind are already working behind the scenes to heal you, even if you cannot feel it yet. Hold on. Step by step, day by day, you are going to make it through this. What was the hardest part of it all for you?